In philosophy, we like to be really clear and really precise about what we're talking about. And as a result, we try to define our terms so we all understand exactly what we're talking about. And notice when we're talking about arguments, informally we said, look, there are at least two different ideas about what arguments are. Sometimes an argument is a dispute, something goes on in the street, sometimes it ends up, with some violence, people throwing fists at each other. That certainly is an argument, but that's not how we're using the term here in this course. When we're using the term, we're using another meaning that the term has, and it's worthwhile having some precise definition so we know exactly what we're dealing with, because in that case, it usually tells us how we can evaluate, how can we understand these things. And first, we're gonna have a definition of a few terms. First one being an argument. An argument is a set of statements. Philosophers sometimes say a set of propositions. We kind of use statements, or at least we will use statements and propositions interchangeably, that are intended to provide reasons or evidence for, justify, or logically lead to the belief in another statement. So an argument is a series of statements, something that we could write down on a piece of paper, something that we could record, not something that we do with our fists, guns, explosives, etc. It is a part of rational discourse, reasonable discussion. Now, the next thing is, the next two definitions, we're going to be talking about parts of an argument. And the important thing is, we say an argument's supposed to defend a position or defend its point. Well, the position you're taking, the point, we think can be summarized in a statement, or should be summarized in one clear statement, and that statement is the conclusion. So the conclusion of an argument is the statement that the argument is intended to establish, is intended to justify. It's intended to lead to your being rational in believing that statement. And a third term that we want to define, D3, definition number 3, is the premises of an argument. Remember we were talking about the reasons that somebody gives? Well, the reasons can be phrased in simple statements, and those statements are premises. So the premises of an argument are the statements that are intended to support the conclusion. Maybe sometimes there's only one statement, there's only one premise, and sometimes there are many. There's no limit to the number of premises that you can have in an argument.